So if you're subscribed to the channel or you've watched some of my TYM videos about Tim here, this is my TYM T754 and it had issues with overheating. And I think that's resolved now after being at the dealer for 4 months, but I still got to use it a lot more to really rule that out. But either way, your tractor can easily overheat if the intake on the outside, on the inside, and the screens, any of that gets clogged up. That's going to make your temperature of your engine start getting warmer and warmer and warmer to the point it overheats. And the one thing that this tractor does not have that it absolutely should have had is a coolant temperature gauge. All it has is what people call an idiot light. I honestly don't even think that light works properly because it only comes on when the tractor's already severely overheating, spewing coolant out, and I have to fill it back up. So really it's more of a, hey, I just threw up all the coolant, you need to go fix it now. That's the light that's in there. So today's video, I'm hoping will be helpful to some. So I'm going to show you what I am doing to convert the 8-pin connector that's in the tractor under the steering wheel to an OBD port, a 16-pin port that you would normally find like in your vehicles. Anything after, I think, 1996, they started putting those in. And then you can use just the vast amount of tools that you can buy online or in the store to connect to it and read the data and show the information that's on your CAN bus. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to have a little heads-up display that has the temperature gauge for the tractor that is being read from the CAN bus ports. So it tells me what the tractor knows the temperature is, because this tractor knows its coolant temperature. They just decided to leave the display portion of that out for the person driving the tractor. I know in the newer versions now, they are trying to correct that with some telemetrics and all this kind of garbage, but they should have just flat out put a gauge on the dash of this tractor that had the coolant temperature. So I'm going to do that myself. And there it is. That's how I've got it mounted up. Just got the wire going back behind the dash. I've got it set to engine coolant temperature and RPM. So this is what I got to remediate my problem. I need a connector for the 8-pin connector that's in there. I guess you could go and splice into the wires. I do not want to do that. I am making a connector that will connect directly into that 8-pin plug that's under the dash. On the other end of that's going to be this 16-pin ODB port that you can plug various tools into. And then I just picked up this cheap little heads-up display from Amazon, and I picked one that I thought was going to fit in the tractor the best for me. So it's just this little screen here, and it's got settings on there where it can show the coolant temperature and I think the clock or something like that. That's big enough for me, but it's also small enough to be out of the way and not, hinder whatever else I'm doing in there. This is the notes that I took. This is the pinout of a standard OBD 16-pin connector. This is a picture of the 8-pin connector that's in the tractor. And then I just needed to know what positive and negative were and CAN bus high and low. And I found this information online. No need to go spend hundreds of dollars on things. I think all of this together was about $50, maybe 70. I can't exactly remember. I think this was 20 bucks because I had to pay for shipping and I bought the bigger pack. This was like $8, I think, and this was about 25, I think, at the time. So whatever that is. But that's it. That should be all I need. So I'm going to go ahead and make this adapter real quick. We're going to plug it into the tractor, hook this thing up, and see how well it works. So to get this started, and the fact that I bought the pack that had both ends of the connector, the male and female side, I took the side of the connector that is in the tractor, this one here, and then I looked at the black, the red, the orange, and the brown, which you can see is all on one side of this connector. And like I said, since I had both sides, I looked at this connector, made sure I had it laid out right. I got me some black, red, orange, and brown wire. I did this so I could remember exactly where the wires are supposed to be. You could have definitely just drawn this connector and, done whatever way works for you. I don't rely on my old brain memory. So this right here is going to help me know exactly what wire is set up in the tractor, and then I'll know when I put the other end of the connector on here what wires match up. So I'm just using this as an example, and the wires are just stuck in there. It didn't mess up the connector. So when you see this on the table and me working off of it, you'll know what I did. All right, so now that I've got my little test connector, I got this 16-pin adapter here that I purchased, and I went through and looked at what pins on this connector here are the ones that I'm going to need. So what I mean by that is pin 16 is the battery positive. So I found pin 16, which is this one here that's brown. This adapter is labeled, that's pin 16, so you don't have to, sit here and dig around which one it is here. So 16, this brown wire here is gonna be my battery positive. Then I've got this yellow number 6 here. This is the number 6 pin. And as you can see here, pin 6, that's your CAN bus high. That's going to be one of the cans we need, and the other one is going to be CAN low, which is pin 14, which is the other yellow one. So both of the yellow wires here are CAN high and CAN low. And then this one is number 4, the blue one, which is number 4 here, which is chassis ground, which is the ground that I need for this. So then I've got to make this end connector here from those wires, but then I'm going to be able to pin this out. I'm going to leave all the other connectors on it empty in case I need to add more. There are 16 pins in these OBD connectors for a reason. There's other things, as you can see here. This tractor probably doesn't have the transmission module and all that. I don't know. But right now, all I'm looking for is the engine control module and the readout from that gives me the coolant temperature. That's all I care about. So that's going to work with just the CAN high and CAN low. So as you can see, all the rest of the wires, I just put some electrical tape on them to get them out of the way. So I'm going to get these wires pinned up with the pins, get it put in the connector, get the waterproof plug-ins on it. It's also got some little clips here to make it hold the wires in. And then you have yourself an adapter. This is really the important part. All right, so I've got the pins crimped onto the wires that need to slide into the connector. All I got to do now is make sure that I have this connector oriented properly. Then I've got to match the colors to the pins and make sure I'm putting the right pin in the right hole on here. Before you do that, you got to put these little weather insulators here. I'm going to slide them on, and then once they're slid in well, then this little connector here just snaps into the bottom of this right here, and all it's doing is keeping all of this in there tight, so that way when you plug it in, it doesn't come out. So I'm going to finish this up. So I have the adapter, then we're going to go plug this thing in. All right, so I've got this pinned out, as you can see now. 4, 16, 6, 14, they're pinned out to the top. There's the male pin sticking out. Again, I didn't do any of the bottom ones. There are some wires on that connector that are here, but all I was really caring about is these connectors for the OBD. Then I'll be able to go in the tractor, plug this in, and these wires coordinate to the wires that are in the tractor, which are the pieces that I need. So now I'm going to go ahead, get this unplugged. I have my adapter. I'm going to go get this in the tractor so I can plug in my heads-up display. All right, so here we are in the tractor. I put the adapter on. As you can see, these wires here, they coordinate with the wires here. So all I'm doing is converting that to this ODB connector. Then this little heads-up display that I got just has this little OBD connector here. I will be plugging that in to that. You could put a zip tie around it if you wanted to or worried about it. Then on this side, I'm just going to connect this to the actual device. It's not on yet because I don't have the tractor on, but when I turn the key, turn the tractor on, this will light up, and then we'll just set it. So let me go get the tractor turned on. And I just turned the tractor on. I didn't crank the tractor. I just turned the key to turn it on because I'm in the building, but it's reading 39 degrees as the coolant temperature, and I've got to set the clock because, I just turned it on. This one has some different, settings. You can switch through voltage, fuel, RPM, of course, RPM 0 because it's not running. Different tools like this are going to have different settings, but really all I cared about was having that temperature here. There's also different screens even. I don't care about miles per hour. Here's one with a bunch of different things on it. You can switch. I don't care about that. Again, you're going to have all different kinds of readouts. This says it's got 2 DTCs. I don't even know what those codes are. I might want to connect to it and figure out what they are. But really what I'm going to care about is this. I specifically chose this one because the way it is, the way it sits and everything, I'm going to mount it up on the dash, and it's just going to be on top of the gauges so I can see it real easy sitting in the seat. All right, now that I've tested it and everything, I'm going to get all of this extra wiring, and I'm going to probably zip tie it somewhere up underneath the dash. Before I do that, I'm gonna run this wiring up top, somewhere up here on the dash, on the top of the dash. Then I'll zip tie everything nice and clean. I'm gonna get in the cab real quick, set this up there, let you see what it will look like. So it's gonna be mounted somewhere, probably like right here, and that way I can easily see the temperature. That's why I chose this one. I mean, again, there are just tons of these things out there available. I'll link to this and all the different pieces I have down in the description. So if you want to do the same thing for your tractor, you can. But this is going to do exactly what I need it to do. So when I'm out there shredding and it starts getting clogged up, I will know what the temperature of the coolant is before I lose half of my coolant out in the field. I always carry with me a little like rigid little handheld blower, and when it gets hot, I go out there, I blow off everything, and then I turn the tractor back on and head on my way. And that's it. That's my fix for the missing temperature gauge that should have been on this tractor from the factory. I do have other videos planned for this tractor coming up where I'm going to be adding some cameras and stuff to it to fill in a lot of the blind spots. And that's one of the reasons I chose this, because I do plan on having 2 screens mounted up here. Not huge, but big enough where I can see the front of the tractor, and some things I want on the back of the tractor should cover all my my blind spots. And of course, I got a ton of other things that I want to do to the tractor to just make it my own. But if you like the video, this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, and when I have new videos, YouTube will let you know. All right, well, I hope this was helpful for someone. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.